Hello, this is Tom Deckert Presents. I am here with the local band Griffey. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
I'm pretty excited to have this go.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell our audience a little bit about yourselves before we get started with some music?
Well, there's 3 out of 5 of us here tonight. But we're all dorks.
Good.
And we love music. That's pretty much the shortest description I can give of ourselves.
Well, we got an hour. You can give us a long description of the...
Well, you don't want me to go too long. Let me see. No, we play a lot of, like a mix of math rock and emo, and kind of a little bit of an indie rock feel to it, too. Yeah, you kind of have to hear it to really get the feel of what Griffey's about.
Yeah, it definitely has math rock aspects to
Yeah.
it, and there's a lot of tap work in the guitar, and yeah, it's fun music.
Alrighty. Well, what's the first song you guys are going to be playing for us?
You were cute until you said you liked the Doors.
Do you not like the Doors?
I'm not a huge fan of Jim Morrison, but the Doors, the band was great. But
I'm regretting this whole interview already.
yeah, I'm sorry. I've committed immortal sin in many eyes. It was convenient. It was easy. It was abuse. And I was confused. And I guess I just overreacted. And I guess you just overreacted. And I'm not coming home, 'cause I know that you're still there. And I know that I messed up bad this time, 'cause you won't even look me in the eye. Last night I died in my dreams. Spiderwives tales, I think I felt everything. Hey,
That's just impressive.
thank you.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about how you started getting into all the tapping, and I want to definitely ask you how you branched out into an 8-string. I mean, a lot of people look at that and think, why? But you turn it into a pretty amazing instrument, so...
You should see what he gets tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Tomorrow I have the the godly instrument coming that I ordered
It is
6 months
godly.
ago. It's a Chapman stick railboard, which is a 10-string tapping instrument, which is a 5-string guitar and an upside-down 5-string bass. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. But in both my bands, I play in just an all-tapping kind of style, kind of related to the Chapman stick style of playing. But
Alrighty.
yeah,
Is that Rob Chapman's brand? The English one?
Emmett Chapman.
Oh,
is
never
his
mind.
name, but
There's a couple. I know of Chapman guitars in England, but not
Ah.
different guy apparently.
Yep. But I started messing around with tapping probably when I was about 14 or so, and I followed a lot of teachings from Tosin Abasi, who's the lead guitarist of Animals as Leaders. And from there, just kind of, I took it and ran with it, and somehow I'm here.
And for you, is that where's your influences from as far as guitar goes?
Living with this kid for a while helped. And then Tim Collis from This Town Needs Guns, probably Mike Kinsella from American Football, and then right into the mic, sorry. And then probably the other one would be, I forget, Victor something from Ghost and Vodka. He does some crazy odd time signature stuff that just blows my mind.
And that's one of the things that you guys, that's kind of your deal, is the crazy time statements.
Yep.
What is, how many do you typically go through? Just 1 or 2 changes a song? Or I've noticed quite a few.
Usually, well, there's like the newer stuff that we've been working on has more than our earlier songs, but generally at least 3 different time signature changes.
See, I could never even think to do something that crazy. That's fun. Makes you very unique, and I'm very happy you guys could come here and play it for my show. So
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
And why don't you give him the microphone so I can ask him a couple questions? Just
Yeah.
pass that
Put
thing.
Matt on the spotlight.
Yeah. So how long have you been drumming for? Because I've noticed your style and I love it.
Like 15 years.
What got you into it? And
My
What brought you
sister
to the
actually
tackle?
started playing percussion, so that's how I got into it. I was like, well, I got to be better than my sister at this because she plays drums, so I'm going to play drums. I don't have very many original ideas in my life, honestly. I just copy everybody else.
as long as you can copy them better than they do.
Yeah, I copy them and I just make my own thing as I go, I guess.
I feel like that's a lot of things. They just imitate until they create a unique thing. And
Yeah.
so, was that song new since the last time I've seen you guys?
No, we played that
No.
one.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think I can just hear it this time. I had them on my radio show, and then we were directing into the board, and so I heard none of the extra half of this. So it was a very interesting. It's very different with the full thing. So it's really cool. Tell me a little bit about this next song you guys are gonna do.
It's called Oodles of Noodles. It's named after the top ramen. I don't think it really has anything to do with the top ramen. Let me think. This starts in what, 9?
It does start in 9.
And then I think it goes to like a 4 after that.
What do you mean by 9? Tell our audience what you mean by 9.
9 beats per measure.
Okay.
You can count it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then a count of 4.
All right.
Or you can count it like as 3 counts of 3
Okay.
Just
It's 3
subdivide.
times 3.
equals 9. Yeah, math. I'm glad I went to high school.
So you could have,
Alrighty.
in theory, you could have 3 bars of 3 instead of 1 bar of 5 and 1 bar of 4.
Griffey, the band's
like
nerd
we do.
aspire to be. I can dig it. Go ahead, guys, whenever you're ready.
Cool. Hours feel like minutes as we like lines with our limbs and hearts entwined. Swear that there's a part of you that lives inside of me, 'cause I can see it. I can feel it there. Lash out, break me down. So I don't have to do that myself. My scars speak for themselves.
So abrupt.
It's got like a very Looney Tunes sounding ending is how I describe it.
So, tell me about how you guys write your songs, because from what we've talked about before, it's a bit of a process that takes for virtually ever.
Couple months usually. I'd say it takes us about like 6 months to like write something and then be happy with it. It's just really hard to write stuff that flows, that's so intricate. And so we just write bit by bit. One of us will have an idea, and then we just build off of it.
Yep, and sometimes we'll, sit on an idea for quite a while and come back to it and revisit it with a different mindset. And
Different mindset.
Yeah, it's just better, just not rushing the process. If we rush it, it's not going to turn out exactly how we want it. So, not that our music is exactly what we want either, but
yeah.
Well, so why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where they can find access to your music, aside from directly now listening to this?
You can find it on Spotify or Bandcamp. Just look up Griffey music. I think it's Griffey, the band, is our Bandcamp. You just type in Griffey on Bandcamp and we'll be up there.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Google.
The
wonderful world of Google.
Basically. Alrighty. So, how do you go about naming your songs? Because they're weird.
They're out there. They're definitely out there.
Like, not a diss, they're just weird, and I dig it.
It's a direct reflection of how seriously we take ourselves in our lives. But
you have this super intricate music, and then oodles of noodles.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's just so hard to name.
It's a tribute to ramen. I mean,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
just paying our
Ramen.
respects to the food that we grew up eating a lot. Well, in college,
Yep, and sometimes it's just random things that pop into our head. Just like last night, the drummer and I were practicing, and Brad came up with the idea of awkward elevator music, which I thought was a good concept for some music styles. But
So what else do you guys have for us tonight?
We have this next tune's called Gary Laser Eyes.
Okay, let's go for it.
Two more, and then we'll do that one.
Oh dear. I might as well take this time to ask more questions.
Sure.
So as far as this particular setup, how long have you guys been together for?
With these guys?
Yeah.
And
I know there's one more who couldn't be with us today.
Yeah, well, he had some family things come up.
Yeah.
But with Gabe, if Gabe was here, Gabe and I have been since like the beginning, like probably 3 years. But with Nick, came in about 6 months ago. Brad came in about this time last year.
Yeah.
So probably as a whole, like 6 months, 7 months.
But we all lived together, so we played music together. The last few years we were kind of living together, so we played music together throughout our times. And Turner and I actually started in a band called Eyes Like Time Machine together. That's how we met.
This is post-rock band.
Yeah, that band kind of fell apart. And
Bands have to do that sometimes.
yeah,
Yes.
it happens. It's hard sometimes, We don't always see things eye to eye, and we break up.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Happens. So you said Gary Laser Eyes is your next song.
Yep.
So how did this start? Did you write a riff to it, or was it a drum beat you heard and you wrote something around that?
I think this one was written with the guitar riff, and then Dylan, the drummer, who is the other drummer when he moves back eventually. We're going to try doing a 2-drummer thing.
I'm going to start playing indie floor tom.
Just one drum?
But I don't know. He kind of wrote a beat for it, and then Brad's tried mirroring his own interpretation of it, and then it's just been building since then.
Okay, well, let's have a listen.
Guess those words we shared didn't hold like we were told. I can't even tell you're going, so no, I don't miss you. Run away, my dear. I'll pick up the things you left here. Run away, my dear. I'll pick up the things you left here. I'll find things like when you painted a picture of us getting stoned in that apartment. 'Cause yeah, you painted a picture of us getting stoned in that apartment. I bet you miss the things I do. Miss the things I do with you.
It's an interesting thing when your audience is not here.
It's fun though, dude.
It's
Honestly,
interesting.
Yeah.
I would honestly say that some of the best performances I've ever had is to a dead crowd, because you're like, you know what? Awesome. Perfect.
Yep. On one side, it's a glorified practice, and on the other side, it's like playing a private party. And
Exactly.
it's a good way to test your music as well in a different room that you normally practice in at home.
And it's a lovely
know.
room.
This is a beautiful room.
Yeah.
Sorry for the towel.
Oh, yeah. These got to be like 50-foot
Drummers.
ceilings or something.
We had to put a towel over the snare because it's a hotel and people are
We're leading it to its execution.
there.
It's not supposed to see where it's going.
I have
Sorry
a
to get
feeling if
dark.
we took the towel off, though, everyone from their rooms would come out. What is that?
Yes.
Blast beats.
Last means.
Yep.
So tell everybody where you guys are from, because it's technically a Spokane band, but I know you guys are from some other places too.
Far-reaching parts of the United States. I'm from Las Vegas. Spracklin here is from Sydney, Montana, and
That's like far eastern Montana.
yeah, almost North
It's-
Dakota.
It's lovely there.
It's a thriving metropolis.
Kind of the same weather we're having right now, just colder. It's great though. You should all go there.
That's the first time anyone's ever told someone else to go to Montana on any of my shows.
Yeah.
You should though. There's some beautiful hiking over there.
And I am from the far, far west regions of Montana, and from Polson, which is on Flathead Lake. So yeah, Brad and I are polar opposites when it comes to living in Montana. But yeah, we come from the same size towns, probably around 3,000 to 10,000 people. And Spokane's a big city to us, but most people say it's a small city, which is
I guess I should also say introduce yourselves, because I might have forgot to.
Oh,
I'm Phantom number 1.
I'm Phantom number 2.
I guess I'm Phantom number 3.
Also known as Brad Spracklin.
Oh,
Yes, and I'm Nick Palmieri.
And I'm Turner Schultz. And we are Benny and the Jets.
And you'll never know what
I
instruments
almost
we
died
play.
to that song.
Really?
I
Like car
was-
accident status or
Yeah.
something? Oh, dude, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Did that song just bring back like a PTSD moment?
No,
for
no,
you?
it's
Okay.
it's a great
I
story
was gonna feel
actually.
terrible if I did.
So 2 years ago was my first show with the Drag Spokane, which is the band I'm in, and we celebrated. We didn't do anything. We rented some movies and got a bunch of like candy. It wasn't anything like that. We partied so
don't
hard
lie.
with like some cupcakes and and anyway, so it was like
Don't
6 a.m. when I was
lie.
driving home, and it was completely foggy as the area is, and Benny and the Jets comes on, and I can't see the next car in front of me. I can't see anything, and I almost just drive off the road on the freeway going like 70.
Oh no.
So it was like, ever since then, I'm like, God, I like that song, but I don't want to die to it.
Yeah, no kidding. It's not. I feel like a really depressing song would be okay to die to. Like you're just like, this is one of those moments. It's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna accept this.
The
Benny
same
and the
thing
Jets is
almost
not one of
happened to me
those.
with Freebird, but the boring part of Freebird. So I was like, I don't want that either. Anyways, sorry to make that about me.
No worries.
What's your next song you guys are going to do for us?
This song is called "Living Better Through Narcissism," and it's spelled with a G on narcissism for gnarly. I don't know why. Just seemed like a good idea.
Why not?
Gnarly Davidson. Puns for days.
Everybody loves puns.
You guys ready? Taste in this room grows stale, and I cannot change myself for it. Step outside of myself, stuck in conversation. We knew we were in store for. I can't feel a thing. 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 A face made for smiling, a tongue trained for lying. Talk, 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 talk about yourself. face made for smiling, not tongue trained for lying. Talk, 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 talk about yourself. I usually do a wild yell there, but I didn't want to be too loud.
Well, you could have just backed away from the microphone. And
Yeah, no, it's pretty loud. I mean, it's
It would've
probably
been
as loud
cool.
as the snare drums.
Jammed my stick right in there.
Ooh. Is it going to be okay?
It was an awfully tight space.
So you're switching guitars right now. So I'm going to go through, and I've asked this of you guys before. I'm going to ask it again, just for a different audience. Worst you've ever bombed? Biggest you've ever triumphed? It's my favorite question to ask, because I love when people just have horrendous stories.
Yep.
Why don't we start from this end, Nick?
Well, I'll give the story once again of playing Hoop Fest in Polson, because it is by far the worst. Oh yeah, it's the one event in Polson that people go to, and about half the town goes to it.
30 people?
Oh yeah. Well, of course the neighboring villages come as well, and there's probably about 200 to 300 people there, and I was about 16 and in this band called Warden's Noose. And we were just this weird metal band with random people, and we somehow got the gig to play on the main stage. Okay, the one stage of Hoop Fest. And, needless to say, that was probably like our first time performing live at all, and none of us could hear each other. And the drummer decided to do his own thing, and I did my own thing, and everyone did their own thing. So it's like we were playing 5 songs at once, except really badly. It was we were covering an Evanescence song. You know which one, too. No, the singer had to sing it an octave lower. Melissa Cisneros. Remember Brandon Kittle? Oh. Yeah, such Montanans. Yep. But that's my worst gig.
You can go ahead and say your triumph. We'll do that for each
okay.
person. Might as well.
We'll do both. My best triumph, I like to speak of this one event we had on a barge on Flathead Lake. One of those giant flat boats that build docks. We brought a massive generator on it. We had, I think, 4 21-inch subs, 4 18-inch subs, and just a random array of main speakers. And it was a pretty awesome night. There was about 7 acts playing music, and we just cruised Flathead Lake all night. And the what did I call them last time? Police on water.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of what you call them. Game wardens, but yeah, they weren't too happy. But they said, okay, whatever. Yeah, no, they wouldn't. They weren't game wardens. I'll be honest. But yeah, we were just listening to very loud music. We had a barbecue too. That was cool. Had a whole bunch of flavored brats. They're really good. Yeah.
Brad, I guess you're up
Brad.
next.
So I guess my worst gig would have been back when I was in high school. I was playing with a bunch of buddies of mine. We were just doing like this laid-back coffee shop gig, playing jazz. And my bass player friend counted it off, and I just took the complete wrong tempo. And he turns around, and he stops the song, and he's like, starts yelling at me, like, basically telling me, can you play in time with some other words in there?
Yeah.
You know, I can't really say that because there might be some families watching this. So, anyways, I just felt pretty embarrassed after that. Now, trust me, I've had a lot of other times like that too, but this one just kind of stuck with
out.
me, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of my worst gig.
And then best, your triumph.
The best, man. That's hard.
Waking up and playing drums every day.
There's been a lot of good ones. Like this last year, I mean, I just had a gig at the Bing Crosby Theater. One of my other bands. We opened for the Robert Cray Band when they
really?
came through. Yeah.
Oh man, I wanted to go to that.
Yeah, that was a fun show. So it was nice playing in a big theater again. You know.
I love the Bing.
Yeah, the Bing is
The Bing
quite
is
nice.
beautiful.
That's the first time I've ever played there. You know, and I had some really good gigs when I was younger in high school too. I was lucky enough to have a drum teacher who would let me have some of his gigs if he didn't want them. So I was playing in theater pit orchestras at like 17 years old, and it's
That's
always
incredible.
fun playing stuff like that, and they're sold out when you're 17. You know, did I play the music very well? Probably not, but hey, it was still a fun gig.
You're up.
Biggest triumph.
Biggest bomb.
Biggest bomb first, then triumph. Biggest
Bomb,
bomb.
yeah.
Falling off stage easily. Happens. So there's too many cables. I'm very uncoordinated with my feet, and just too many beers on stage, and I just tripped over and fell down. But biggest triumph probably would be we got to play Terrain this last year, which was pretty cool for all of us. That was a fun.
Explain what that is.
Terrain is like a big conglomerate like art night in Spokane. A bunch of artists go down to the Cracker Building, and they fill it with paintings and all sorts of other there's some photography, then there's live music all night. It's a wonderful, wonderful night in Spokane, and the whole thing's free, so it's pretty cool.
And
It was
that's
a treat to play it.
That's annual, right?
Yeah, it's annual.
And about what time of year? It's a hotel, so
It's October. Usually it's in the first week or two of October, I think.
cool,
Maybe.
cool.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Quoting now.
It's in the fall. We'll just say that.
So how many more songs for us do you have tonight?
We have a couple more. I'll play a new one that we don't have everybody quite in on yet, so I'll just do it solo.
Okay.
I'm
But
going to
yeah.
sit back here awkwardly.
Throw things at me.
Hey, I'm doing the same thing. So
But I'll turn off this mic.
And these tonsils I call my lungs won't carry me to shore, but it's alright, I feel fine. But no, I ain't afraid to die. And I am no longer a part of myself. And I'm lost in my head again. And these days I don't feel like talking much. No, not to anyone or anything. To anyone or anything. And this crooked mast I call my spine once stood tall, but now it struggles to find anything to keep me upright. But no, ain't afraid to die. And I am no longer a part of myself. And I'm lost in my head again. And these days I don't feel like talking much to anyone or anything. To anyone or anything. Oh. This collapsible mountain I built won't stand tall enough to survive the storms to come my way. And these storm sails I call my lungs won't carry me to shore. My pick went AWOL. They always go AWOL.
I just learned to play without it.
Yeah, no, you just don't need it today.
No, I use my nail.
Yeah, I use my nail and then the thumbnail for the upstrokes. But
Yeah,
it's like a
basically.
weird slapping motion.
Just sweaty hands, just flick 'em at people.
Yeah.
So there's a couple more, right?
Oh, yeah.
At least one or two.
Oh, yeah. You guys want to try... We haven't tried Revolver Girl, have we? No. This next one's all over the place. It's a totally different pace from that.
Alrighty.
It's like... The intro is... I don't even know what the count is. I don't... Boo boo cat.
And what's this called?
Revolver Girl.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second here.
And once
What's
again,
the
ladies and gentlemen,
story
you were
behind
listening
that
to
one?
Griffey
Were you at the
here in
Revolver
Spokane,
Bar?
Washington. For those of you just tuning in, and you can find them on Facebook, Spotify, Bandcamp, right?
Yes. All three.
Got to do that periodically, just in case people are
Just in case
now.
people are actually like, who are these people?
Just in
Are they done
case
yet?
they are Griffey.
All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's that apology you keep in your back pocket, waiting for acceptance in my darling I wish it meant more, but darling I swallowed my guilt the morning after. I know you'll find it's always somewhere else. That's just fine, that's fine. Frizzy hair and biology had me emptying my pockets on beers I didn't need. It's alright, but Larissa, I'm not sorry this time. Yourself buys your drinks tonight. 'Cause you won't be on my dime.
That was as quiet as we could play it, but it was still pretty loud.
Yeah, I know. I'm amazed we haven't been yelled at yet. Don't tell you the truth.
Well, it's a pretty fair volume.
Cool.
So
We tried last night. We practiced pretty hard to
we practiced hard to not play
not
hard.
be loud. Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. But I appreciate you guys coming here so much. Sounds great to me, so
Cool.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it's
thank
going
you.
to come through for everyone after this. So, and how many more do you have for us tonight?
Let's see. One or two, yeah. You guys want to try Old Man the Boats? It's gonna take me a minute to tune here for this one. I have this horrible habit, dude, of playing in like
Bunch
way
of
too
tunings.
more tunings than I have guitars, and it's a filthy habit.
Well, it's okay. I will just
Some-
take.
It's better. It's worse than smoking cigarettes, to tell you the truth.
I'll just take this time to sit in silence. No,
Putting you on the spot, Turner. Hurry up.
stare
Perfect.
directly at you. But
Throw things.
this is pretty fun. I think my next show of this will be all comedians, so I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I'm pretty excited for it though.
Are
calling
you
me
going to do
funny?
any improv?
I'm worried about improv.
Yeah,
I've
that
got,
could be
like-
dangerous ground, man. I'm sure.
Well, I've talked to a guy named Ken McCone, so he's going to be my main one. And I think it's on the 25th or the 28th. And so he's found the other comedians who are all supposedly very clean. Supposedly. I'm a little worried. Comedians are, as one of them, I know they're foul, foul people. So,
So are
Yeah.
us musicians, man.
yeah.
So as a
But
musician
generally
and a
not while
comedian, does that
performing,
make
though.
you like a double dirtbag, or
Oh, yeah, I'm a horrible person.
you don't seem like it? I don't.
Yeah,
seem
right.
it.
You're a bass player too, right?
I play guitar, bass, and sing horribly.
Mm-hmm.
It's my whole pitch, and I do horrible, horrible stand-up. And I host this dreadful show. I'm actually very, very grateful that I get to do this, so thank you to everyone at the Hotel Reliant, and thank you to any of you who are watching this. I hope you're enjoying the night.
Mm-hmm.
All five of you.
All,
Four.
all four of you. There is an audience. Not much of one, but there is one. They're waving. Yeah, this is all live, by the way. Not to throw that at you, but... Oh-ho! There's
We've grown. Now we're
There's
at
6 now.
Now we're at 6. Oh, that took me a second to count. That shows you how bad I am at math, dude.
you about
We
tuned.
play math rock, and I'm terrible at math.
Yeah, that's some irony. By the way, I think we're all drinking the same thing.
Yep, motor oil.
Oh no, I didn't go with the coffee. I went with the goat meal stout.
Ooh, yeah, we went the coffee porter, and I'm gonna
I
be up
thought
all
the
night
coffee,
because
and then
of
I
it.
just thought goat sounded awful. Let's try that.
Do you just like the awful things in life?
I just hate myself that much. It's actually pretty tasty.
I love it.
So, yep. Alrighty. So what is this going to be called?
This one is called The Old Man the Boats. Sprackles, it starts like. You guys ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fleeing from everything that I yearn to be. Conversations who I should have been. Fleeing from everything that I yearn to be. Conversations who I should have been. Swing for the fences, but fall short every time. Almost just falling short, and almost just still falling short. So I clutter my fingers with cigarettes. I'll clutter my fingers with cigarettes, and I'll shave my ears away. I'll shave my ears away 11 minutes at a time. Everything's fine, but I'm still sad. Everything's fine, but